Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
I'll just modify process. Then here, and I see that enabled true. I
I
have
think it
not,
should be enable, I think, is it? Something like that
no,
or
no, no,
D?
I have not, no, no. It should be correct. I'm just thinking what mistake I have made it. So I think it's a YAML issues I have made it. Let me try. Okay. Restart status. So go to the var log and here I want to see what is the error. So best strategy, to see the error is to first generate okay, can I see the status? Spelling mistake here. Can I see the status? It's failed. So now can I see the fresh log? It has not been generated so far. Can I start it one more? Stop it. Sorry. Agent. No data dog log got generated. Can I stop it? Start it. No, no data dog has been generated. So there's a one thing which is there. So Datadog is not at all running because of some reason. So you know what? I should go to OPT, sorry, ETC, and I should go to Datadog. And here I should check this file, and the file is Datadog YAML, whether the syntax error or not there or not. So I did not made any problem. I'm wondering like why it got issues, but no problem. Datadog hyphen agent. I'm going to check the syntax, and for this, uh, here print config. So it's not reading any file. Okay, I got to know. See here, unable to set up the global agent configuration. Unable to load the configuration file while parsing line number 777. Did not find expected key. I'm not sure. I did not modify that file very vehemently, so I was not expecting that problem. Let me check. 777 and the same error same place where I had an error. Okay. So guys, anyone could find out the issues? Anyone?
Should should that be uncommented? The process underscore config section.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Yeah. So
could
guys,
that
here,
be the thing?
remember I enabled this section, but here I did not do anything. This is the bad thing I did. So here, this was a missing things. So now 1 2 space, that is correct. Everything is correct now. I should not see. So here, yeah, these are the commands. These are the ways you can do the troubleshooting. First of all, status, restart, logs you can find at this place. Then something you can check with the config and stuff like that. So if you have some problem, you can try it out and get going. And here the section is how to troubleshoot troubleshoot agent. That section is here. So guys, yes, you will also do that problem. I can do that, so you can do that as well. So systemctl and stop and start or restart. Can I see the status now? Status now. Still, how come? I think I modified. Ah, I'm not expecting now any failure. Let me check one more time. I don't know where. What was the line number? 769. 769. Okay, I'll tell you that what could be the reason for it. So for that, I have to go up and check what is a mess. So I'm at this time I have uh,
Rajesh, for every process or every tag that is mentioned, right, there is a hashtag in front of it, but the one thing we enabled, right, it's not over there.
just a second.
Yeah,
I'm just checking the spacing pattern.
sure.
The spacing pattern. It's YAML issues only, but I'm just checking that how many spaces you have for. So see here, this is the spacing pattern. So I have to delete this and this. So 1 space is here. Okay, so spacing pattern for YAML, it should be hopefully it should be okay. And yeah, so here you see connection refused, that's okay, but there's no error as such for this file. So now restart this guy. Yep. So this is the stuff. So now one thing I want to show you here, config, and check that whether you are getting a processes or not. And grep process, here it's enabled. You should also see, so this screenshot I'm going to send it to you. It's a YAML actually, so you have to be very careful while editing it. So
Rajesh, for it- for you to comment it out, we have to remove that hash key, right? In order to
yes,
comment that part. Okay.
I'll just share with you the screenshot. It's a YAML. By the way, guys, there's a linters available online. You can also validate that YAML is correct or not. YAML linter.
Rajesh, I have one question. Is it YAML file is case sensitive?
Yes, very much, very much. Okay. So here, let me write in this no space, two space. So here I'll just take one more screenshot. So you will make this here. No space here, here one space, two space, and in this file. I hope it should be clear for everyone.
Also, Rakesh, to jump to a particular line, what command did you write? Colon
Uh,
that next.
colon and then that line number
Okay.
777 somewhere close to it.
Right.
Okay. So guys, this is the way. Now important thing is how can we verify? So yeah, uh, just a second guys, let me come out of it. So here in the line X, this is the command you will run and validate inline X. Okay, this is the 15, and in Windows I think I have already covered, right? In the Windows you will do that here. Okay, see here. Okay, so all this thing you will see that in the Windows also 16. With that you have to validate from the website also, right? I just delayed few minutes because it takes 1 minute to 1.5 minutes to come here. Now I'll show you uh, infrastructure processes, and here now you see that here. So here infrastructure processes, you can see that here and get going. Any questions so far guys?
How can we check if it is for both Linux and Windows? The process.
Just a second, hold on a second, I have to store this. This is for those who have problem with the navigations, you can refer it. Yeah, so here cancel this. Now here you can search by the agent. Okay, and here see the two agent has come here. You can search by tag also, host a tag. You can search the name of this. Now you can create a monitor alerts also. Now if I go to infrastructure list and in that machines here, there should be some change. The little changes has happened in the dashboard, so I'm not able to see the older one. So no problem. So yeah, this is the way you can monitor, enable the monitoring. So was it difficult guys? Was it difficult?
No, Rajesh, I just did for Windows. We'll try for the Linux one.
Yeah. Okay. Now next thing is guys, next thing is important thing is, sorry. Next thing is Docker. I have to enable the Docker monitoring also. These are the commands I have pasted it. So you will not get stuck. Same command I've been running. So you'll not get stuck. So next command is how to enable the Docker. Okay, so you want to do this one and then move on to the Docker, or you want me to show you the demo first?
We can get this Docker things done and then all together we can try out.
Yeah. So guys, only focus on my screen right now. I'm going to talk about a Docker integration with a Datadog. So before that, let me ask you one thing, one simple thing. And I'm just, where is the chat box? Huh? So can you please tell me how many of you are knowing about what is Docker and what is container? If you know Docker and container, say yes. So Pankaj has idea, Ansuman, 3, 6 people, 7. Okay, so I think many people have the idea. Wonderful. So guys, first of all, Docker integration is very powerful with the Datadog. So what is Docker? What is Docker? So guys, Docker manages container in simple way, manages container. Now, if you really want to know in detail, those who have no idea about it, what is Docker, what is container, and all stuff like that, you can just check it out my videos at at this place, and you'll find hundreds of tutorials on container technology. So just type Docker, and those who are interested, you can self-learn. Maybe during this break, we have it. So what is Docker? It manages container. Now next question is what is container? Correct. What is container? So guys, container has your app with all required resources. Okay. Now it's very difficult to understand without complete discussion, and that's the reason I'm asking you to learn from this place. Okay, so you can build this technology. Let me tell you here, if you know how to handle laptop, correct, then if you know how to handle virtual machine, correct, so now you need to know how to work with a container. Without a container, nothing runs, nothing will run in future. So yep, so it has app runtime with all the required information. In short, I'm telling you, not in detail. Okay, now the question is, how can I integrate with a Docker? How can I integrate? So first thing, step I'm putting in the step wise. Step one, install Docker. Okay, now guys, installing a Docker is okay, but this is only for Linux, not not for Windows. Actually, for Windows also, only Windows 2019 supported. 19 plus supported with the container technologies, Docker container technology. Right now, I'm just limited to the Linux demo only. So how to install the Docker, guys? First thing, so if you look at my screen here, Docker is not installed. So I need to install Docker. So what do we do in this case? So guys, here, I will give you the step by step tutorial so you can install the Docker. Now guys, look at my screen here. Many of you have to do the same thing and with a limited help. So see here, this page which I'm sharing with you, 1, 2, 3 method to install the Docker in CentOS machine. But you try only one, that is more than sufficient. Don't rush, run the command efficiently. This command has been tested in thousands of machines. Okay, it will work. It will work now also when I'm trying. So guys, I'm installing the Docker. Second thing is enable the enable integration, Docker integration. I'll show you that through demo. And third step, validate. Simple, it's not very difficult. Okay, so before that I will show you integration, infrastructure, containers. Do you have a container? Let me remind you guys, I am monitoring the processes. So do we have any container? Look at this here, showing 0 containers. Very bad. So we are not monitoring containers. So there is no containers here, but processes we have it. Let me check the processes. See here, uh, just now it just give us some more time. It'll start. See, these are the processes. This is a Windows process, I guess, right? Yeah. You see a host. See all these processes running in the host of Windows and Linux. And again, this is a very intuitive dashboard. I don't think so anyone will stuck. Just have a little bit of patience and first you ask yourself what do you want. Don't try to learn everything here. First ask yourself what you want and then use this dashboard. Okay. So anyways, so container, do we have it? No containers right now. Zero containers. So first thing, you have to install the Docker. Can I do that in front of you? So guys, I'm just following these steps. Become a root, become a root, enter, and then finally done. Okay, meanwhile, just to make sure that you do the same thing, I'm taking the screenshot. Remember, 0, 0, integrate containers. Okay, so all these images I'm pushing in the uh, same place, you know that. Done. So guys, here, 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 copy. One more thing, if you don't do the commands in a right fashion, you will get stuck. So be mindful about it. Yes. And see, community edition I'm installing, guys. There's an enterprise edition also available, though we don't need right now because we are not learning Docker. We are learning Datadog and monitoring everything: physical machine, virtual machines, container. So I install the agent which can monitor the virtual machines. Same thing with the physical machines, but now container. So Docker is installed. And finally, this is the same command, repetitive command. Validate, guys. Then enable it for tomorrow and day after. I mean next session. And finally, start the Docker service. I've started. Validate this. Wonderful. And then you run it or not. It hardly matters. So yeah, just you can run it. Hardly it will impact. So guys, Docker, I installed it. Can I see here? Refresh. Remember, I installed Docker. So
Not a
what
container.
I'm not a container. Yes. See the trick. I'm using that keywords just to confuse you and same time find the answer. I install the Docker. Why I'm looking at here? Because remember, it's a platform, right? So Docker manages the container. I'm monitoring container, not a Docker. Docker is a process. Whether you want to monitor process. I installed Docker. Can I check whether process of Docker is running or not? So let's go for that. So I'm checking that my node, and here this is the host of my node is not coming. This is all Windows where the Linux has gone. Okay, no problem. I can go for it's not popping up actually, by the way. There's some problem. Hi, it's coming. So guys, here, do we have a Docker running. So let's check it out. So matrices, CPU. No, I want to know the process. Similar process. This is not giving the right view. Let me, here, this is the right process will give me. I'm using Firefox, right? Yeah, I should have used this one. Okay, so guys, I enable the Firefox, what do you say? That filter, that machine filter of Linux. Okay, now can we find out that Docker is running or not? So guys, Docker, if you run, a few processes runs actually. Look at this. Did I store this image? Yeah. So here, look at this very carefully. Here, container D. What is a container D? I will let you learn yourself. Docker D. What is a Docker D? Same Docker process. So Docker is running, I see here. All Docker is running, both is needed for running a container, by the way. Why? You have to just check it out, those technologies. But it's running right now. I enable it and started running. But do we have a container? There is no container here right now. Okay, there's no container. So what do we do in this case? So guys, I'll give you the few commands which will, yeah. So guys, I'll give you few commands which will run the container. Now, you just run this command as many you want it. Okay, no problem. If you ask me why you are running this command, probably I'll not be answer right now because that is a different topic altogether actually. Okay, so this is the command. You just run it blindly. Okay, this command you run just blindly. It will create 4 container. Okay, it will create 4 container, 2 of Ubuntu app, and yes, I said app, mind it here. If you have a problem, Ubuntu, if I should not call a app, and if you have a problem hearing this word, this is called Ubuntu app, not operating system, then learn Docker. Here you have it. Learn Docker. Why I'm calling app, not a operating system. So here, yeah, you are running a 4 container here and 2 of Ubuntu, 2 of Jenkins. So can I run it in front of you? So guys, here, second one will be running faster because images will be downloaded about that time. And then second, I can run few more also. No problem, one more extra. 3 I run, by the way.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.